welcome to another video on Scott's Bible Reviews. This time we're going to be looking at an Oxford Concordance Bible. It's a vintage Bible bound in genuine calfskin. It has a Brevier blackface type, and it comes in its original box. So let's take a look at this Bible. Here we have the package. We're going to do an unboxing. I almost always forget to mention that. But I do put it in the description. We'll go ahead and open this and see what we have. It's a vintage Bible. As you all know, I review vintage Bibles and premium Bibles. And some unusual ones too, all in the King James. Okay, let me just move this up a little bit, if I can. Okay, here it is. It was wrapped in a bag, and nice bubble wrap. It's always good when I see Bibles in bubble wrap. I know that they took basic care when they shipped it. And even though it's not breakable, it's still important to package correctly. All right, so it's an Oxford Concordance Bible. It's the edition number 04434X, the red letter edition. You can see that this is vintage. You can tell if you've seen Bibles. You can tell by the exterior box. And it's an authorized King James, red letter, 100,000 center column chain references, concordance, dictionary of proper names, subject index with colored maps, genuine calf binding, half-circuit imitation leather lined, red under gold edges, ribbon marker, Brevier type blackface, self-pronouncing, Oxford India paper. So this was a fairly high-end Bible in its time. And there we have it. Let's see. Take it out of the box. And let's measure it. Sometimes we do forget that. It is about 7 3/4 inches high. 5.5 inches wide. And by the way, there is the spine. Holy Bible Concordance, red letter, Oxford. Oxford at one time, and it's 1 inch in the width of the spine. Oxford at one time made high quality Bibles. Later they were taken over, or R.L. Allen actually took over the Oxford in a sense. They bought the rights. And so let's go through and take a look. Leather lined, paste down. You can see this not sewn. The lining. There's one fly leaf, and there's a confirmation page. I imagine they might have been Lutheran or something. And I say Lutheran because Roman Catholics didn't typically use the King James. Usually was the RSV back in the day. 1964, so this was a 60s Bible, vintage, 1964. Yeah, assuming that the Bible was new when they presented it. All right, so the typical pages here. Let me just make an adjustment here on the Holy Matrimony page, births, marriages. Holy Bible, red letter edition. Oxford University Press, New York and London. Authorized King James. The Epistle Dedicatory. Tables of signs used in the text here. Then the books of the Old and the books of the New Testament listed. And again, this is Brevier text. Here's Genesis. You see the typeset. It is called Brevier. We know that Allen did some Brevier text in the last 10 years or so. It's a type of text. It's different than the usual, but it is self-pronouncing. You see in the generations in chapter 10 that self-pronouncing. It is not, of course, not line matched, because you can see, if you can see bleed through on that. Hold it up. Or is it line matched? I don't think so. But it's Indian paper, which is a nice quality paper for Indian paper is very thin usually. And by the way, here's the indicator on a calf nylon sewn. So it's a calfskin, as I said. And let's take a look at the red under gold. You see when it's opened, you see the red. This is what they mean by when you see a Bible that says red under gold or green under gold or red under silver. It means that the red is when you open the Bible, you see the red like that. But when you close it, and when you look at it straight on, you can see the gold. You see there's some wear on the gild on that. And very nice. It's also thumb indexed. You see on this one we have an index of, which was popular back in the day, these thumb indexes of the books of the Bible. See Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. And you just put your thumb there, and that way you can open it. It was a way of, they build these in. They don't do that anymore. Just fell out of vogue, and it kind of makes it look a little weird. But that's how they were back then. And it's a vintage Bible. Let's look over here in the... look at the Gospels and see the red letter. You see the ribbon we have. It's nothing to write home about. This ribbon is, I'm not really, it looks like it's probably nylon. It's not really, it's not double sewn or anything like that. It's just garden variety. Okay, so the red letters, see it pretty pronounced. It's fairly readable for a red letter. There doesn't appear to be a whole lot of ghosting, or, you know how you see sometime in the cheaper Bibles, you can see them a little bit not so pronounced. The printing quality sometimes suffers. This one isn't bad at all. In fact, it's quite good for its back in the day. This is one of the higher end Oxfords back in the day. And then 2 Corinthians. And it has headings at the top, subject headings at the top. And again, you've got the thumb indexes. So let's look in the back. And to the concordance. And one of the things about concordances, they've made improvements on them today because they're kind of rendered useless when you can't find, when the typeset is so small that you can't, holding that up there, you can't hardly read the names. You can see the names, Abaz, Abigail, and it makes it a little bit tough when you don't have an easy way of working those proper names. And then the subject index. In the newer Bibles, you notice that some of them, especially the newer premium Bibles, will have the name of the subject in red or in bold, and then the rest of the text in normal, so that you could find things easier. And on these concordances, it makes it a little tougher, a lot tougher, and the text is small. And this is a small Bible anyway, so, but, see, that's, and so that is just how they made them then. A couple of folded pages there. And then we get to the maps. And the maps are in slightly, seem to be, yes, thicker in the page. The page is thicker, excuse me, early in the morning here. And then you have a couple of blank flyleafs, well, actually 4, and then the back. Again, paste liner or paste down liner, leather. And this is in really mint condition. There's the spine once again. So that is about it. A nice little Bible that you can hand carry to church. It is the Oxford Concordance Bible, King James, model 04434X, and it has Brevier blackface type on India paper. All right, so that'll about do it for this video on the Oxford Concordance Bible, the King James, in black calf leather with Brevier blackface type. And it's quite an oldie from the 60s. It's in remarkable condition for its age, this finished Bible. But it's just an example of how Oxford made Bibles, relatively premium Bibles. They didn't call them that then, but they certainly did a nice job with that little Bible. And so that's an example of the Oxford, high quality Oxford, if you will, from the 60s. So that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe so that we can help promote the channel and get it moving in the right direction. All right, so thank you, and God bless.